2027 will be another historic year for Nigeria, the most populous nation in Africa. Peter Obi, a man loved by ordinary citizens across the country, puts himself up again in the presidential ring. But he will have to navigate through the turbulent storm of the dark politics of the country. Obi's promise to transform Nigeria in just 4 years is grounded not in empty rhetoric, but in an irrefutable legacy of results. History bears witness to how, against daunting odds and fierce opposition from heavyweights like Soludo, Ngige, and Ukachukwu, Peter Obi triumphed politically and catalyzed a breathtaking metamorphosis within Anambra State. This episode, produced by Tochku Raphael, archives the decisive victories Obi carved out against his political rivals and chronicles the concrete, measurable impact of his 4-year stewardship. It is a rallying call for Nigerians to remember history when judging the resolve and capability of a leader who transformed the state and dares to do the same for a nation. In the lead-up to the Anambra State gubernatorial election scheduled for February 6, 2010, Peter Obi had firmly established himself as an indomitable political force. Having endured and ultimately triumphed in 3 battles to reclaim his electoral mandate, Obi's dominance triggered an unprecedented surge in gubernatorial contenders vying for the seat. This intense political landscape was comprehensively examined in a detailed report published by Newswatch magazine, the most popular and influential political weekly in Nigeria during the 1990s and the early 2000s. The October 12, 2009 edition featured the insightful analysis authored by Maureen Chibo, then general editor of the magazine, spotlighting Obi's resilience and the historic nature of the contest ahead. For a moment, any reader who skimmed through the article from start to finish would have undoubtedly been drawn in by a particular paragraph that stands out with compelling clarity and impact. The paragraph reads, "If Obi, governor of Anambra State, overcomes the hurdle in his party, he is actually the man to beat in the 2010 election. He has the power of incumbency working for him, in addition to numerous projects and infrastructure he provided in the state since he became governor more than 3 years ago. With his Anambra State Integrated Development Strategy, he has transformed the state so much that Anambrarians can now boast of good governance in the state. There is a good road network in addition to changes in value orientation of Anambra people for the better. His numerous achievements in various sectors, health, education, and economy, and developing a master plan for the development of Oka, Newi, Onitsha for the first time in the history of the state stand him out of all the candidates." End of quote. It is important to note that Peter Obi's remarkable transformation of Anambra State was accomplished within a single 4-year term, not 8 years as some may mistakenly believe. Given the scale and depth of development to be achieved as governor, it is reasonable to imagine the even greater potential for national transformation should he replicate these efforts as president within a similar time frame. His track record speaks volumes, as extensively documented and affirmed by respected publications such as Newswatch magazine. According to Newswatch, a total of 58 candidates contested for the Anambra State governorship seat. The main opposition party, the Action Congress of Nigeria, fielded Dr. Chris Ngige as his candidate. However, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, had the largest number of aspirants, approximately 47, many of whom were prominent figures. This dominance reflected the PDP's control of the federal government at the time. Newswatch identified 9 front-runners among the PDP aspirants: Nicholas Ukachukwu, Chukwuma Soludo, Ikechukwu Biora, Kenneth Odedeka, Alex Obiobolu, Annie Okonkwo, Chuma Zeribe, Samuel Ikemefuna, and Victor Ezenwa. Each contender was a formidable political figure. Ultimately, Chukwuma Soludo emerged victorious in the PDP primary, defeating the other 46 candidates, including seasoned politician and businessman Nicholas Ukachukwu. Following his defeat, Ukachukwu defected to the Hope Democratic Party and secured the governorship ticket on that platform. However, in the general election, he finished 5th, while Soludo placed 3rd. As the November 8, 2025 Anambra gubernatorial election approaches, Soludo and Ukachukwu are once again key contenders, though this time representing different political parties. Soludo is running under the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, while Ukachukwu represents the All Progressives Congress, the APC. This election promises to be a fierce contest, with Ukachukwu seeking to leverage this opportunity for political redemption against Soludo's growing influence in the state. Only time will reveal the outcome of this renewed battle. Two key factors contributed significantly to Peter Obi's successful retention of power after his first term as governor of Anambra State. The foremost was his ambitious and comprehensive development agenda encapsulated in the Anambra State Integrated Development Strategy, ANIS. The second was the strength of his character, vividly illustrated during what columnist Emeka Ibwigwe aptly titled Anambra's Great Debate. The article, published on February 1, 2010 in Vanguard newspaper, provided a detailed account of the candidates' dispositions, responses, and arguments during the debate. According to Vanguard, the debate drew wide publicity and garnered support from prominent international and donor agencies. The newspaper emphasized that the involvement of a broad array of partners underscored the seriousness of the exercise. The debate was moderated by a distinguished 3-man panel comprising Dr. Ruben Abati, Labaran Maku, and Okeo Ikechukwu. Vanguard noted that while some candidates resorted to personal slander, Peter Obi stood apart by maintaining a steadfast focus on the issues. The first to speak was Dr. Chris Ngige of the Action Congress of Nigeria, who, after 4 minutes of self-introduction, spent considerable time attacking Obi personally. The newspaper described Ngige's opening remarks as nothing meaningful. Then came Peter Obi of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA. Vanguard recalled, the debate got excited with Governor Peter Obi, known for long and logical thought. He reduced all he said to brevity. Calm, confident, and urbane, he used fewer words to introduce himself and went straight to the business of the day. The governor spoke like a person who understands development. He went beyond the policy plans and used one sector to show example of what he is doing. Again, let him speak in the first person. Using education sector as an example, he said that there was nothing in that sector until he came in. When he said he provided laboratories, built classrooms, set up Microsoft academics, provided internets, water, generators, and is about to provide libraries and buses to secondary schools in the state, one needs no Jupiter to pronounce that governor was saying the truth. End of quote. In the end, the author expressed puzzlement over why the panelists chose not to score the contestants during the debate. However, he candidly offered his own ranking, placing Peter Obi first, followed by Prince Nicholas Ukachukwu, Professor Charles Soludo, Dr. Chris Ngige, Mr. Ralph Nwosu, I'm Dr. Anambra. Peter Obi, a competent and capable leader, has consistently demonstrated his readiness to engage in rigorous debates because he understands his strengths. This was evident during the 2023 presidential debate, where Obi confidently stood his ground to defend his political and governance principles. In contrast, Bola Tinubu, the candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, was absent, seemingly unwilling or unprepared to challenge Obi in such a forum. Clearly, Obi possesses the capacity to transform Nigeria within 4 years, requiring only the political will to effect such a change. It is imperative that Nigerians grant him this opportunity to lead the nation to progress.
I see the way you carry hope, like fire burning in your chest. When everything was falling down, you stood up, never took no rest. From Anambra to Lagos town, your voice it echoes, calling out for change, for truth, for better days. That's what this song is all about. Ooh, go help us when the road is rough and long. Ooh, go guide us when everything goes wrong. Ooh, go help us. If not you, Peter Obi, we believe in the vision that you hold for the future we can see. Ooh, go help us. If not you, standing strong for me and you. All the youth them sing your Peter Obi, now you we know. I watch the way you speak your mind, no fear of what they want to say. From money chat to Abuja, you carry us a better way. The young ones dancing in the streets, shouting labor, body strong. The message reaching every heart. This is where we all belong. Ooh, go help us when God should try to win. Ooh, go guide us. Let the change begin. Ooh, go help us. If not you, Peter Obi, we believe in the vision that you hold for the future we can see. Ooh, go help us. If not you, standing strong for me and you. All the youth them sing your Peter Obi, now you we know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From east to western shore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This now what we waiting for. Unity, notice how we come together. Victory, make Nigeria better, better. I feel the hope inside my chest, rising up like morning sun. When you talk about education, making sure that everyone get the chance to rise above, get the chance to make it right. Peter Obi, lead the way into the light, into the light. Ooh, go help us. If not you, Peter Obi, we believe in the vision that you hold for the future we can see. Ooh, go help us. If not you, standing strong for me and you. All the people sing your Peter Obi, now you we know. Ooh, go help us. We there follow you. Ooh, go guide us. Nigeria, we love you.
I'm very aware that we stop discussing politics and start discussing the development of the people, investing in the real areas, measurable areas of development, which is education, health, and pulling people out of poverty. And we can't do that without investing in the people. Governance is about the people. Service is about the people. By doing this, I want to ensure and create awareness that we politicians should abandon discussing politics daily and start discussing governance and welfare of the people there.
Okay, so the students knew about 15 chairs.